Hello and welcome back to the WSFN Want Something for Nothing channel. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you. We're about to go into First Kings chapter 15 verses 1 through 34. In the 18th year of the reign of Jeroboam, son of Nebat, Abijah became king of Judah, and he reigned in Jerusalem 3 years. His mother's name was Maacah, daughter of Abishalom. He committed all the sins his father had done before him. His heart was not fully devoted to the Lord his God, as the heart of David, his forefather, had been. Nevertheless, for David's sake, the Lord his God gave him a lamp in Jerusalem by raising up a son to succeed him by making Jerusalem strong. For David had done what was right in the eyes of the Lord and had not failed to keep any of the Lord's commands all the days of his life, except in the case of Uriah the Hittite. There was war between Abijah and Jeroboam throughout Abijah's lifetime. As for the other events of Abijah's reign and all he did, are they not written in the book of the annals of the kings of Judah? There was war between Abijah and Jeroboam, and Abijah rested with his ancestors and was buried in the city of David, and Asa his son succeeded him as king. In the 20th year of Jeroboam, king of Israel, Asa became king of Judah, and he reigned in Jerusalem 41 years. His grandmother's name was Maacah, daughter of Abishalom. Asa did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, as his father David had done. He expelled the male shrine prostitutes from the land and got rid of all the idols his ancestors had made. He even deposed his grandmother Maacah from her position as queen mother because she had made a repulsive image for the worship of Asherah. Asa cut it down and burned it in the Kidron Valley. Although he did not remove the high places, Asa's heart was fully committed to the Lord all his life. He brought into the temple of the Lord the silver and gold and the articles that he and his father had dedicated. There was war between Asa and Baasha, king of Israel, throughout their reigns. Baasha, king of Israel, went up against Judah and fortified Ramah to prevent anyone from leaving or entering the territory of Asa, king of Judah. Asa then took all the silver and gold that was left in the treasuries of the Lord's temple and of his own palace. He entrusted it to his officials and sent them to Benhadad, son of Tabrimon, the son of Hezion, the king of Aram, who was ruling in Damascus. Let there be a treaty between you and me, he said, as there was between my father and your father. See, I am sending you a gift of silver and gold. Now break your treaty with Baasha, king of Israel, so he will withdraw from me. Benhadad agreed with King Asa and sent the commanders of his forces against the towns of Israel. He conquered Ijon, Dan, Abel-Beth-Maachah, and all Kinnereth, in addition to Naphtali. When Baasha heard this, he stopped building Ramah and withdrew to Tisra. Then King Asa issued an order to all Judah. No one was exempt, and they carried away from Ramah the stones and timber Baasha had been using there. With them, King Asa built up Geba and Benjamin, and also Mizpah. As for all the other events of Asa's reign, all his achievements, all he did, and the cities he built, are they not written in the book of the annals of the kings of Judah? In his old age, however, his feet became diseased. Then Asa rested with his ancestors and was buried with them in the city of his father David. And Jehoshaphat, his son, succeeded him as king. Nadab, son of Jeroboam, became king of Israel in the 2nd year of Asa, king of Judah, and he reigned over Israel 2 years. He did evil in the eyes of the Lord, following the ways of his father and committing the same sin his father had caused Israel to commit. Baasha, son of Ahijah from the tribe of Issachar, plotted against him, and he struck him down at Gibbethon, a Philistine town, while Nadab and all Israel was besieging it. Baasha killed Nadab in the 3rd year of Asa, king of Judah, and succeeded him as king. As soon as he began to reign, he killed Jeroboam's whole family. He did not leave Jeroboam anyone that breathed, but destroyed them all, according to the word of the Lord given through his servant Ahijah the Shilonite. This happened because of the sins Jeroboam had committed and had caused Israel to commit, and because he aroused the anger of the Lord, the God of Israel. As for the other events of Nadab's reign and all he did, are they not written in the book of the annals of the kings of Israel? There was war between Asa and Baasha, king of Israel, throughout their reigns. In the 3rd year of Asa, king of Judah, Baasha, son of Ahijah, became king of all Israel in Tirzah, and he reigned 24 years. He did evil in the eyes of the Lord, following the ways of Jeroboam and committing the same sin Jeroboam had caused Israel to commit. That concludes chapter 15, verses 1 through 34. There's a famous story in 2 Samuel chapter 11 about King David that anyone's been to church, even a few times, has heard. This is the first time David had sinned in the eyes of the Lord. We're going to get to that story after 1st and 2nd Kings. Also, we met Asa here. Asa came very close to being good. God has never accepted the idea that the ends justify the means. He is just perfect in all his ways. People, on the other hand, are far from perfect. That a bond can exist between a loving and merciful creator and a resisting and rebellious creation, a wretch, if I may, is as great a miracle as creation itself. As King Asa traveled along the way with God before getting off track, Asa, to me, was lazy. His sin was not so much deliberate disobedience as it was choosing the easy way rather than the right way. He let his pride ruin everything. He took his anger out on people who tried to show him his mistakes. He refused to humble himself to God, therefore missing out on his blessings. Does this attitude sound familiar? It does to me. I was always getting in God's way, trying to do things and fix things my way, not waiting for God or asking for his help, lacking all faith in God. Can you identify failures in your life that you have continued to rationalize rather than admit them to God and accept his forgiveness? The ends do not justify the means. Such a belief leads to sin and failure. The stubborn refusal to admit a failure due to sin can become a big problem because it makes you spend time rationalizing rather than learning from your mistakes and moving on. These guys had all disrespected the gifts for God's temple. Abijah stole gifts from Jeroboam, and Asa took from the Cushites. Baasha seized the throne from Nadab, who had replaced his father Jeroboam as king. Ahijah predicted that all Jeroboam's descendants were killed because Jeroboam led Israel into sin. Sin is always judged harshly, but the worst sinners are those who lead others into doing wrong. Jesus said it would be better if such people had milestones tied around their necks and were thrown into the sea. Mark chapter 9, verse 42. If you have taken responsibility for leading others, remember the consequences of leading them astray. Teaching the truth is a responsibility that goes with the privilege of leadership. This is why God choosing me to share his word scared me at first. I never want to lead anyone or any souls astray. That's why I do my research and get my facts straight, because I don't want to no I don't want no milestone tied around my neck. I don't want to put nobody in harm's way. The title of this chapter is Reap What You Sow. God destroyed Jeroboam's descendants for their flagrant sins, and yet Baasha repeated the same sins and the same mistakes. He did not learn from the example of those who went before him. He did not stop to think that his sin would be punished. Make sure you learn from your past, the experiences of others, and the lives of those whose stories are told in the Bible. Don't repeat mistakes. I say it almost every episode. We can learn so much from the Bible. Let's learn from their stories and mistakes. I pray you will. And I pray to have you here for the next chapter. I pray I gave you something for nothing. I pray you have a blessed day, and God bless you.